sleeping cats.
Hi gang, so in this video I am going to be doing the part 2 of the Miley Cyrus Midnight Sky video. So in the first video I did the music inspired part of the makeup, which is where I listen to the song and come up with a makeup look based on the feelings that I get and the lyrics that I'm listening to. This time round in this video I am going to be doing the music video inspired makeup look. I just thought it would be fun because her makeup look is quite nice and interesting. Okay, let's just get on with everything before I ramble off into oblivion. So she's got a nice arc there and a nice fine point at the end. Okay, so here is the hard part, which is matching the shade of purple that's on her eyes. Because obviously I have a very different skin tone than hers, and if I want eyeshadow to translate in a similar way in contrast with my skin tone, yeah, I just need to find the right shade. So I have a couple of palettes in front of me, and I'm going to try to color match it the best I can. I'm using my original Private Potion from Urban Decay. Right, so I have my Sigma Crème de Couture palette. This is full of pastels, but there is this shade right here which is a little bit more mid-tone, and if I maybe mixed it in with this, it might create a similar kind of effect. And I'm taking it on this fluffy kind of blending brush. Try to pat that into the inner corner of the eye. Is that bright enough? I think I'm gonna have to mix it a little bit with the shade next to it, which is Lavender Honey, just to lighten it a little bit. And then she has it kind of winged out, so let me do that. Okay, so I'm mixing a little bit more of the Lavender Honey with Cassius on the bottom part of the eye. And I'm gonna leave this inner corner relatively untouched because I do see some sort of golden tone over there. Okay, so for the outer corner, I'm feeling like I need to add in a little bit of a desaturated version of the purple. This is the She's in Parties palette from Melt Cosmetics. Maybe if I go in with either Last Caress or Totally Mortal mixed in with Cassius, I can kind of fade it out and see how that goes. I have a bit of trepidation. Oh, that's actually not too bad. I'm thinking that I should take a little bit of Violet Whip and pat that on top of the kind of lower lid where there's, yeah, just the lower lid essentially. So I'm gonna take a flat packing brush, place it kind of over the general area of that lower lid. Lighter, that's good. Do need to keep blending in that Cassie's shade, otherwise we're gonna lose that I don't know, that intensity, I suppose. So because her eye shape is so different than mine, I am having a bit of a hard time gauging the placement of the shadow. let me just quickly run the Cassius shade on the lash line, define the eye a bit more. So I'm mixing Cassius with Violet Whip and take it like under the eye, but not too strong. So I'm looking at her eyes and I think there's more of this kind of rose gold, this kind of shade scattered on over her her lid. Maybe I need my finger to do, oh gosh, it's gonna be so messy. Okay, I'm gonna pat it on with my finger. And oh, that's kind of pretty. Definitely not as chunky as the one in the video. Definitely not. Don't know how much you can see. Okay, I'm just building it up at this point. Oh, I really don't like glitter. Okay, I'm gonna mix in some of that purpley shade. I'm also going in with that light shade right now, because I feel as if the bottom lid looks a lot brighter than the crease area. So I don't know, I'm trying to mix them all together to kind of like brighten this up, but I don't know if that has really done anything in that direction except to kind of really saturate it with glitter. That is a lot of fallout, help. So in terms of tightlining the eyes, I think it's kind of like a smoky gray purple. So I'm gonna use this one. This is, there we go. This is from Neve Cosmetics. This is their just a regular pencil liner. So let me just go into the waterline. So I'm gonna do this kind of goldy type of inner corner highlight, Skeleton Kiss from the She's in Parties palette. So I'm just gonna place, oh, it's not too bad. Maybe it could be a little bit lighter. It's translating a bit pink at this point, but it's kind of similar in my opinion. The Life Glows On palette from Laura Geller, and this shade is French Fizz. This one's a lot more gold, I guess. So I'm just going to put that on top and make it more gold essentially. Okay, so this is the finished look and I think it turned out pretty well. I do like the color combination of this kind of purple lilac shades and a kind of orangey red lip. I think it's not something that I would think of. I would never have thought to pair these colors together, but they actually work very nicely and very well. So in terms of the rest, what I've done to the rest of the face, I did some contouring. I went with kind of a more purple toned blush. I mean, it's not, you know, purple like this, but leaning more towards that color spectrum, that side of the color family. And I went very matte with the face, which is also what I think Miley has in her makeup in the video. And I think that also is reminiscent of what 80s makeup was like, where it's, you know, the emphasis is on matte skin. No highlighter really, at least from what I recall. I didn't grow up in the 80s, but from what I've seen in magazines and TV shows, everything's very matte and there's no real like highlight points and everything. I mean highlighter in the shimmery highlighter sense. And the lips, I went with a glossy lip with similar tones to the lipstick that she's got on. I mixed a whole bunch of shades together. This is kind of a classic red shade, and this one is a orangey shade. Both are from a brand that I no longer support, so I'm just showing you the colors for reference. And I also placed a gloss on top. Now this one's a little bit finicky because I did mix in some pigment, MAC pigment into this. So you're not going to be able to get this exact shade of gloss anywhere, but I just wanted to show it to you. It's a little bit more on the kind of orangey side, but it also has some gold shimmer inside. And I think that's also very reminiscent of what she has on her lips. In terms of the eyelashes, I did add some light lashes, and these are the Lily lashes from Kiss. And yeah, I naturally have very short sparse lashes, so I thought, you know, I should add a little bit of something just to mimic that effect. Definitely it's a fun look. I did enjoy the music video a lot. I will link it down below if you want to check it out. It's very 80s inspired. The graphics, the kind of visual effects, the video treatment and everything is very 80s and everything. I think it's a very fun look, but still kind of wearable depending on how big you want to take it. I actually wouldn't mind going out with this look. It is quite full on. I probably would change the shape of the eyeshadow to be a little bit, you know, less flared out. But the lips, I think, look quite nice. And well, nowadays it's you have to wear a mask almost everywhere you go, so that might not work out the best, wearing a mask with a glossy lip. So yeah, that's a shame. So that's it from me, and ciao for now.